Welcome to AskPrep, your trusted companion for UPSC and IAS preparation. Today we will study about a very important topics of Indian economy, which is agricultural subsidies in India. Good or bad? Agricultural subsidies in India have been a cornerstone of government policy aimed at supporting farmers and ensuring food security. However, their impact on the economy, society, and environment has sparked an ongoing debate. Are these subsidies good or bad? Today, let's explore this complex issue in detail to provide clarity on its multifaceted implications. Subsidies in agriculture refer to financial assistance provided by the government to reduce the cost of inputs such as seeds, fertilizers, electricity, water, and equipment. In India, subsidies have been a key tool to support farmers, especially small and marginal ones who form the majority of the agricultural workforce. The rationale behind these subsidies is to make farming viable, boost agricultural productivity, and achieve food self-sufficiency. One of the most prominent forms of subsidy in India is fertilizer subsidy. It ensures that essential nutrients like nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium are available to farmers at affordable rates. The Food Corporation of India also procures crops like wheat and rice at minimum support prices, offering price stability and guaranteed markets to farmers. Additionally, electricity subsidies for irrigation and subsidies for farm equipment like tractors and harvesters further ease the financial burden on farmers. On the positive side, agricultural subsidies have played a critical role in transforming India from a food-efficient country to one of the largest producers of grains globally. Post-Green Revolution, subsidies helped farmers adopt modern techniques and inputs, contributing significantly to increased agricultural productivity and food security. They also act as a safety net, protecting farmers from the volatility of market prices and the unpredictability of weather conditions. For small and marginal farmers, who constitute over 80% of India's farming population, subsidies provide much-needed financial relief. Without these subsidies, many farmers would struggle to access essential resources, making it difficult to sustain their livelihoods. In this sense, subsidies are crucial for addressing rural poverty and ensuring equitable growth. Moreover, agricultural subsidies contribute to national priorities such as price stability and inflation control. By keeping the cost of production low, subsidies help maintain reasonable food prices, benefiting consumers as well. This is especially important in a country like India, where a significant portion of the population spends a large share of their income on food. However, the story of agricultural subsidies is not without its drawbacks. One of the primary criticisms is their inefficiency and misuse. Fertilizer subsidies, for instance, often lead to overuse of certain nutrients like urea, causing soil degradation and environmental harm. Excessive reliance on chemical fertilizers and pesticides has resulted in declining soil health, water contamination, and loss of biodiversity. Electricity subsidies for irrigation have contributed to over-extraction of groundwater, leading to a sharp decline in water tables in states like Punjab, Haryana, and Rajasthan. This over-extraction has created a water crisis, threatening the sustainability of agriculture in these regions. Additionally, free or heavily subsidized electricity has often been criticized for encouraging wastage and inefficiency. Another concern is the fiscal burden of subsidies on the government. Agricultural subsidies account for a substantial portion of India's budget, diverting resources that could be used for infrastructure development, education, or healthcare. The inefficiencies in subsidy distribution, including corruption and leakages, further reduce their effectiveness. In many cases, subsidies end up benefiting large farmers and agribusinesses rather than the intended small and marginal farmers. The distortion of market dynamics is another issue associated with subsidies. Price controls through mechanisms like minimum support prices can lead to overproduction of certain crops, such as wheat and rice, at the expense of more diverse and nutritious crops. This monoculture approach reduces agricultural biodiversity and increases the vulnerability of farmers to market and climate risks. For policymakers, the challenge lies in striking a balance between supporting farmers and ensuring the long-term sustainability of agriculture. Reforming agricultural subsidies requires a nuanced approach. One potential solution is the transition to direct benefit transfers, DBT, where subsidies are transferred directly to farmers' bank accounts, reducing leakages and ensuring that the intended beneficiaries receive the support. Another approach is promoting sustainable farming practices through targeted subsidies. For example, providing financial incentives for organic farming, crop diversification, and conservation agriculture can address environmental concerns while supporting farmers. Encouraging the use of efficient irrigation methods like drip and sprinkler systems can reduce water wastage and mitigate groundwater depletion. Technological interventions can also play a significant role in improving the efficiency of subsidies. Digital platforms and mobile applications can help identify genuine beneficiaries, monitor resource usage, and provide real-time support to farmers. The integration of data analytics and satellite imaging can aid in better planning and implementation of subsidy programs. For UPSC and IAS aspirants, understanding the complexities of agricultural subsidies involves analyzing their socio-economic, environmental, and fiscal dimensions. Questions about subsidies often appear in exams, requiring a balanced perspective. While subsidies are vital for supporting farmers and ensuring food security, their inefficiencies and unintended consequences cannot be ignored. It's also essential to explore global practices and draw lessons from countries that have successfully reformed their agricultural subsidy systems. For instance, some countries have linked subsidies to environmental outcomes, incentivizing farmers to adopt sustainable practices. In conclusion, agricultural subsidies in India are both good and bad, depending on how they are designed and implemented. They are indispensable for supporting farmers and ensuring food security but need to be restructured to address inefficiencies, reduce environmental damage, and ensure fiscal sustainability. For future administrators and policymakers, reforming agricultural subsidies is an opportunity to create a more equitable, sustainable, and resilient agricultural system. Thank you. This is AskPrep, your guide to mastering UPSC and IAS preparation. Let's decode complex topics and simplify your journey to success.